Hi everyone, welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Happy Thursday to you all. How's everyone doing today? I hope all is well with you guys. Thank you for being here this Thursday. I'm going to turn this down a little bit so you guys can hear me. So guys, it's Thursday. I hope you guys are having a great week and you're learning a lot from these videos and it's uplifting you. I appreciate you all and thank you for all the subscribers, the messages. Thank you for being here. You know, everything that you are saying touches my soul, heart, and spirit because I have lived the things that maybe some of you might be going through right now. And I try to share everything that I did to overcome these trials and tribulations. So tune in, guys. Each day it may be a different topic, but it all ties into healing the pain, the grief, all of it. So before I get into that topic today, I hope everyone's having a great day. One of the things I want to share with you, excuse me guys, having a little bit of sinuses. One of the things I want to share with you today is one of the things that I do on a consistent is I pay tithes to a church. Whether I attend or not is insignificant. But paying tithes to God's house will help you, especially if you're struggling financially or have any issues. You know, giving a portion of what you have, you know, from your pay, your wages, etc., to God will help you because you're showing God that you know, paying things to Him. And daily prayer is so important, guys. Praying and showing God that you need His help. And not only that you need His help, but putting forth the effort. The key words that I use here on this channel is persevere, bite through, crawl through, and be consistent and persistent, and never give up on yourself. You know, we have days where we fall off because we don't feel well, other things come up, etc. But if you fall down, get right back up and keep going. Never give up on yourself, guys. You're talking about your mental and physical health, and make that a priority on a daily basis. Also, you know, I've learned lessons after repeating them 1,000 times over and over again, riding a wheel to nowhere. And then one day I got up because I got tired of it and said, this is the end. And then I started to do the work. You know, slow, steady. I fell off a few times, but I get right back up and keep going. That's the key factor here, guys. Perseverance. And one more thing before we get into this topic of discussion. You know, I have a friend right now who I grew up, who I'm in contact with because she's very ill right now, saying prayers on her behalf that she gets better. I've known her since I was like 14 years old, and hoping that she gets better and pulls through. So it makes me a little sad. You know, this is someone I've known for years, and just praying that she pulls through all of these this illness and situation that she's going through. So I just wanted to mention that. So guys, let's get into this topic of discussion today. The title is When Others Keep Hurting You. When others keep hurting you. You know, sometimes when we, you know, in life, right? Sometimes in life we get lost in other folks' problems and burdens and situations. And then we look around, we realize we're neglecting our own situations as we get caught up into other people's burdens and problems. Remember this, guys. Helping people is okay. Listening, being there for folks is okay. But never allow anyone to throw their burdens in your lap. Never carry anybody else's burdens and your burdens. Remember, I always use on a regular basis, the daily metaphor of someone. I wish I could draw a picture of it, so you guys can see a visual that will help to stay in your mind as well. Of someone carrying a ton of bricks on their back trying to climb a hill, and then somebody else come and put their bricks on that person's back. It's almost impossible to climb that hill because they're weighed down. So never let anyone weigh you down with their problems and burdens to the point where you neglect your own situations. What I have learned so far about everything by being on this journey to heal is the more that I neglect myself and my needs, this is what I've learned so far. The people that I was giving all my time and attention to were not giving anything to me, to the connection, except for pain and drama. The more I put into the connection, and it doesn't matter what type of connection, whether it was a friendship, family, business matter, or personal relationship, I was putting more and more time, effort, etc. into it, while they were just giving breadcrumbs to the connection. And I kept doing it and doing it, hoping that the scales would be balanced out. But how can scales be balanced out when the individuals and the parties in question are not putting anything into it? And I was the one doing all of that. And I had to realize, it took a long time for me to learn that not to carry anybody else's burdens. But we can help people. We can be there for them. But we can't do the work for them. They have to put in the work. Also, it's important to know who you're helping. If people are just not there so that you can help them, so that they can use you and abuse you. Know the difference. It got to a point where I started feeling drained and used up, because I was giving and giving and giving and giving, and nothing was being given back. There was no equal give and take. And when someone's not giving you an equal give and take, look at that, guys. Do a pro and con list. The pro list is to see what you're giving into the connections. And then the con is to see what they're not giving into it. And if that con list outweigh the pro list, then it's time to set some really strong boundaries. And that's how I started off, with therapy and then with that pro and con list. I was spinning on a wheel that was going nowhere, over and over and over, riding that wheel until one day, because every time that wheel spin, it was worse and worse with all these burdens. So I gave people back their burdens, because I'm not carrying anyone's burdens. Helping someone, is one thing, but, people using you up like a doormat, and I just changed that, set strong boundaries. And the only way that I was able to do that, guys, was to start the healing process. The first step was the therapy, and then the pro and con list, and do the work to heal. Music heals my soul. That's why when you come on this channel, there's roses here, there's music. In the future, I may do a little bit more, to just make this a comfortable place, so that when you guys come on here, it's comfortable. Because we're here to uplift, to build up, not to tear down. There's enough of that in this world today. The toxicity that we see around us in this world. You don't have to be a part of it. We can see what's going on. Of course, we have to know, what's happening around us, but we don't have to be knee deep in it 24/7. Because too much toxicity can affect our mental and physical health as well as our growth. So be aware of that, guys. So the only way for me was to heal this, pray and do the work, and also to choose myself. Sometimes it's important to choose yourself, because if you overgiving, or you are or was an overgiver like I was, people expect that of you. They feel entitled. In my case, they felt entitled to it. They felt entitled for me to keep giving and giving while they were putting nothing into the connections. Know your worth, As you do the work to heal and you take time out on a daily basis for prayer to do you, to take care of yourself, whether it's an hour, 2 hours a day, and you give to yourself, you start to feel better. You feel better, you put more into it, you do better. And as you do better, you start to self-love. And when you start to self-love, you start to realize your self-worth. And you start to know what's for your highest good. And then you realize that you were settling for things that were not for your highest good. And then you learn never to settle again for things that are not for your highest good. Things that are creating burdens in your life. Trials and tribulations. Never settle for those things, guys. Know your worth. And you know your worth as you do the work and you start to self-love. Excuse me, guys. Ask yourself important questions like these. Is this connection worth it? Meaning the pro and con list. Look at that. Is this connection worth it? How much are they putting into this? Is this an equal give and take situation? Or am I being used like a doormat? These are questions in your own spare time you can ask yourself. How long will I allow these individuals to keep hurting me without taking accountability for this? How long will I allow these individuals to keep hurting me without taking accountability for this? Because some people keep hurting you and tell you that's what you deserve, Yeah, and they feel entitled to your time, your energy, when they're not, especially when they're not giving you an equal give and take. Set boundaries. Sometimes you need to set strong boundaries when dealing with individuals like these. And never let anyone tell you because you share DNA that they're entitled to do these things to you. Because these things are toxic and abusive. And it will damage and affect your mental and physical health if you allow it to continue. Heal your mind, body, and soul. Music helps, prayer, meditation, time to yourself on a daily basis. Learn your self-worth. And when you learn your self-worth through self-love, you start to learn what's for your highest good and what's not. And what's not for your highest good, you leave behind. Minimize everything that's not for your highest good in your life. I learned to cut off, block, and delete anything that continue to bring pain and grief into my life. I just, will have a conversation, set those boundaries. And as I talked about yesterday on my channel about disrespect, I will address it. But we're adults. I'm not going to address it 5, 6, 7 times. I'm just going to address it if it continues. Set boundaries. If those boundaries are overstepped, then I cut off, block, and delete anything that's not for my highest good. Because it's a distraction from me to stay on this path to continue to heal my mental and physical health. And without that, guys, without your mental and physical health, you can't do anything for yourself or anything else around you. Please keep that in mind. Choose yourself. Sometimes it's important to choose yourself. When people are bringing all types of toxicity to your table, choose yourself so that you can heal these things and not stay stuck and stagnated in them in a place of bitterness. You can heal one day at a time, one step at a time. And sometimes as you get on this journey, it doesn't come with a manual or instructions. You just have to feel your way through these things as you start to do the work little by little. You're going to fall down a few times, but get up and keep going. That's what I mean, that key factor about persevering. Bite through, crawl through these challenges and things that come up. And ask God to help you in prayer. I had to do that a lot because this is not a one-man show. Every day asking God to help me. Working out at the gym helps with music. Like I said, music is a healing force to me. Do things to uplift your spirit. You don't have anybody to buy those flowers, buy them for yourself. Go to that favorite restaurant. Do things that uplift you. Take care of yourself in that way. And that will, help you with self-love, and it helps you to grow, heal, and evolve. because you are worth it, guys. And surround yourself with people who want to see you win, and not those who are jealous and envious of you and want to see you broken down, busted, and disgusted. You can set strong boundaries with individuals like that. And please, guys, also know that as you get on this journey to heal, keep your personal business to yourself and blessings to yourself, because if you share the wrong stuff, information with others, they could be trying to sabotage it in the background. Keep your business to yourself, and keep growing, healing, and evolving. And surround yourself with people who want to see you win, and people who really love you and care about you and who support what you're doing, and not those who want to bring toxicity to your table. Remember, guys, we want to stay at a place of peace instead of broken down into pieces. You can do this one day at a time, one step at a time. Let's learn to turn this pain into power, power into purpose, purpose into paying it forward as we help ourselves and help others. That is how we win. Thank you guys for being here today. This is Lisa, shedding love and light. Guys, continue to show up here. I'm not sure every day what time I can be here, so please click on that subscribe button so that you can get a notification when I'm here and you can join me. And please invite others here who really need to hear these messages and be uplifted. Thank you again for being here, guys. Go and do something good for yourself, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.